Are you ready? We're going to install the shower door. And also we install the accumulator. We drill 2 more holes in the floor for some drains, one for the Truma, and Dad gets a bit of a soaking, wait, and the other one for the drain for the sink, where we create our own waste pipe using some pond material. We've also found a solution to stop the toilet moving while in transit, and we get that installed, so that is the bathroom officially finished. But first, back to the shower door, and as you can see, it was very simple to put together straight out of the box. You just pulled the left and the right sides apart, and you had a top and a bottom piece. They all clipped in together, and the only thing to watch out for was a piece of string, but it was very easy. This cartridge piece fits in that section of the door. Other than that, it's just a metal frame and the cartridge is separate, and it pulls across to close the door. It's waterproof on the inside, and we took the metal frame in because it was actually made to measure. So we made sure that worked right before taking it back inside, putting the cartridge back in, and then bringing the whole thing back outside and testing it. I have bought myself a ROLdoûr. A ROLdoûr. I'll put the link in the description. But it's essentially a metal frame which has this cartridge in at one side, which is why we had to leave a bigger gap at this side of the shower compared to this side. It's got a magnet. You pull it across, it magnets, clip, and then this is waterproof. And that's the inside of your shower. Hi, Dad. And what that means is it stays open like that all the time, which gives the illusion of extra space. Because if we close it, yeah, thank you, Pops. Look how much that closes off the space, the light, everything. That's why I chose it. Also, because Savannah's water bowl is going to stay in the shower constantly, so I couldn't have a door to close it off. And the reason why I decided on that is because if I ever need to just drive away without thinking, if her water spills, it's already in the shower, so it doesn't matter. We're only going to use silicone to install it and sort of clip it all in place and hold it in. We thought that was better than using screws, but let's see how we go. So we're going to seal around all the edges.
And under this.
Underneath, left, right, and on the top, and then we're going to just push it into place. And then once it's in, we'll run a bead of silicone down sort of the gaps here to stop any leaks.
I'm doing that on there because we don't want any water to go underneath.
We definitely don't.
So then we'll
Another big one down there.
down here.
Okay. Should slide in?
Yeah, we should just...
Slidey slide. He's done such a neat job as always. Look, you can barely even see that it's silicone. So he's gone down the edge of the cartridge there to join it to the shower. He's gone round the bottom, round the bottom, round the bottom, round the bottom. Up this side, you can barely even see the join. And across the top. Cracking job that, Dad.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah. After I'd painted the white and the gold, I looked and I was like, oh, these end bits would look really nice gold. But now the door is in, I actually think that won't look good. So what I've just sort of suggested is if we can build a wooden frame to sort of go over both of these. But back to the drawing board with how to finish this off. I want it to look neat. So you can create a frame so the door's like inside the frame so you can't even see it. So some work to do with that, but other than that, that looks pretty damn good. We can't touch it now till it's dry. So, on with the accumulator. As you saw from the last video, we definitely needed an accumulator, and that's what this thing is here. Whoops! It is a Shurflo accumulator to go with the Shurflo pump and the Shurflo filter keep everything the same brand, and this is going to go this side of the filter to stop the pulsing and make the water stream as smooth and constant as possible. So we're going to have to take this side of the pump off now, add this in, and put it all back. So back to Dad's genius work.
The accumulator fit directly into the pump, so he had to just fix it in place and attach the pipe back on.
Simple install, we've got it in, and Dad's now said we need to, what word did you just use?
Charge it.
Charge it, because it works at 30 psi like my pump does, and he's going to use his bike pump to basically fill it up with air and put the pressure to 30 psi, so it'll all work. 30, oh yeah, okay. This is the drain tap, which is part of the Truma install, so we're going to do that next. We've also received the corner pipes and the vents, so we can finish the Truma and the heating install. Oh, perfect fit. Now this is to drain the system in winter, make sure there's no frost, anything like that. It's a safety feature, which I probably won't need much of because I'm going to be living in it, not just using it on the weekends, but it's got to go in for warranty purposes. It also allows me to drain my system, which is kind of the only way I'll be able to do that. The next step is working out where to drill another hole. We need 2 more holes down here. One for the sink drain to go down underneath and be attached to the waste tank, and also another one for the drain that we're trying to put in that drain now. So Dad's just gone underneath to see where there's space, to see where we can drill more holes. We've also worked out we do need to change some things with the water system to get this fitted properly. The valve that we put in the other day has to actually go before this, and the only place we can put this is now here. So the valve needs to move before this, so that'll go there like that, so it flows through there, and this valve is on this side of it. A bit of tweaking.
Like that in the direction of travel.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, we just had a bit of a moment where water flew all over the shop when we took that pipe off. Mad panic. We've just briefly tidied it up, but oh, you can see it's still coming out here, Dad. Towel. As I was saying, cut the water pipe, went everywhere. Tried to get like 3 different bowls, then it didn't work. We ended up just adding a right angled edge on, and then look, adding some more pipe. You see? We had a bit of a moment, and then we had to run the pipe out down there. Oh, and look at it. Oh, whoops, I've probably killed that plant now. It's still coming! And I think we're draining 10 litres of water here. Whoops. It's not good for you, is it? Oh, dear me.
Turn the pump on.
Gonna try the water system again.
No, we've got to change the pressure now, I think. But I'll just turn this on. Here, you increase and decrease the pressure.
With the screw?
Yeah, so if I increase the pressure. So we've increased it a little bit.
Okay.
There might be a bit of air in it, but...
How do we get the air out? Just run the tap?
You just run the taps, yeah. Mine does the same, mine runs forever. Get the air out of it.
Oh!
There we are, we're not pulsing now.
Okay, so apparently that is the water system working and in. We do have a minor leak on the accumulator, which Dad is just going to try tighten and sort out now. The accumulator's come off. Dad's going to wrap some of this tape around the thread to try stop the drip.
It's just a minute.
Yeah, it really is the smallest drip, but it's still a leak. Okay, Okay, putting that white tape on seems to have done the trick. We're just patiently sitting, waiting to see if we can see a leak, but...
Yeah, we've got full pressure.
Full pressure? I cannot get over this. We have been shopping for the bits this morning to finish off the sink, e.g. drainage. That's what we're going to work on today, and also try finish getting the toilet installed as well. The first job was to get this connected, which we did by putting it in a bit of hot water and then stretching it over and adding the clip on. The shower door is now dry and working seamlessly. We're running out of room for me to film though, so the angles, I can't get it all in one, but that is the shower door closed. That's what it looks like fully open. And then shall we go in? Shall we go in and have a look? I'll show you down here first. Pop! I love the light. I'm so glad we went for a skylight in here. So yeah, you get the idea. This is her in. Ooh, I'm a bit warm. And then I really strong magnet, smooth as anything, works a treat. And Dad is literally working out what size, because we're going to drill another hole in the floor to get this drain down through the bottom, and then drain from the sink will be connected to the underslung waste tank, and then the drain from the shower is also going to, well, we've already done that down, but we're also going to attach that, so both of them will join the underslung tank in the middle. Pipe in. Pops is going to add some silicone on. We've got a 5 kilogram weight to put in it while it goes off.
That's it. Squeeze it down.
Yep, she's in.
Sat properly, isn't
Yeah.
it? There we are.
Now we've got to work out the drain. And we're through.
Perfect.
Does that fit?
Yep.
So do you remember me saying last episode that we were going to get a little plastic thing for the toilet feet to stop it sliding around? Well, this is what we've come up with. So Pops has measured it. He's going to cut it. And then we're going to mark these feet and cut out holes in the little plastic bit, and then they'll sit in it and it won't budge.
There we are. Exactly.
Lovely. So what I've done is, like I did to fit these, I've put a piece of masking tape over both the feet on the toilet. I've drawn around them, and then we can just stick this on the plastic bit wherever we want it to go. Right. Then we know exactly where to cut out and we're not guessing.
Great.
We drilled out those 2 holes carefully, marked on the shower basin where the toilet feet went, and put the plastic thing in place.
We've given it a good clean, and now Dad's going to silicone it down. So we're waiting for that to dry. We've done all we can with that because the people that are doing the gas are adding in the underslung waste tank as well, so that's kind of just going to sit there. So when it's dry, I can at least use water and it'll just trickle out the bottom for the moment. And then we found another issue. We have a problem, and it is because it is just too tight here. So you see there's a tiniest gap there, but it goes really tight, and that's what's causing the squeak, and I can't stand it. It's right where I walk. So we're just going to try cut a little bit off that now to hopefully stop the squeak. We're going to use this one as an attachment because it's a bit like sandpaper. So that will go on this machine, and we'll use that to try shave it off. Solved. Problem solved. Thank you very much, Pops. Next little job we're going to do is add the Skylight cover to the Skylight in the bathroom. However, when I added it in before, one of them, they're supposed to look like that, the little hooks, and one of them broke off. Standard. So it doesn't quite sit, which is why it's been left off for a while. So what we're going to do is basically just glue it / silicone it in, because why not? It's not going to need to come off after it's on. Otherwise, I'd have had to buy a new one, which is pretty pointless. So here we go. And I have added a load of masking tape on there to hold it up while it goes off. Fingers crossed it stays there. And the shower cubicle is now completely finished. Toilet in, plug in, water running, everything. That's the compostable loo. Even with the bag in, so I'm going to try use it. It is on the little plastic feet. And it seems to be okay at the moment. It's not moving at the moment, but I will go for a drive and test that. But other than that, that is shower cubicle done. This is on, shower heads on, toilets in, drains, drains. Shall we put the water on? Look at that. I'm on a bit of a hill, but it is going down. Ta-da! Waterproof, so exciting. This shower head is one of those, you can barely see the holes. They've got really small holes for the water to come out, which increases the pressure again. And it's got some filters in it. I've got replacements for those, so you can just take those out and refill those. Again, just an eBay purchase, £7. Absolute bargain, and I love it. It's really strong. Just feels like a normal shower when you put it on. I think that looks really nice. Can't wait to use it when the hot water's in. And I've actually already decided that this is far too long, and I'm going to get a shorter one because it's just in the way, and every time I open the toilet lid it's going to be an issue. So that's 1.5 meters. I'll get 1 meter one, and I think that'll sort that problem. Oh, so powerful. Excuse me. Thank you very much. And it drains out the bottom there. No, we've not fixed it yet. That's just there because the gas men are going to sort that as well. And here are the pieces we have got to basically connect to this. So the water tank was not a custom made one. It was just a water tank, so it doesn't have an inlet outlet and stuff. So Dad has ordered these. We've had to go to a pond shop to get the right sizes. So got this little pipe, and this fixture here will be attached sort of to the side somewhere, so that's where we'll be filling it up from. And then we've got this and the cover for the fill up point that will go under here for outside. We have to cut another hole in the side of the van, but that should be the last one. So these little bits, and then this little thing, which we may put in here, is basically the airflow. So as the water's filling up the tank, the airflow can escape. We have had another little leak from this red pipe. As you can see here, it's a little bit wet at the moment. It was just a tiny drip from the red one. So Dad's just chopped the end of the pipe on and put it back in, and it seems to be fine now. And as we've taken the pipe off, it was a bit marked, so I think it might have been a bit faulty. You can see the discoloration here where it's wet. And then dry, so we'll just let that dry out. So yeah, I found another little leak there, but hopefully the rest is okay. These are fine now, no problem at all, having cut those down.
And there you have it, the water system officially in and complete. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much to my patrons, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.